Hey everyone, CV here from Omni Exchange doing our first website walkthrough video. So in this video I want to keep it really short and just take everyone through the main navigation and give them a brief introduction to each page and what you would do on it. So here I am on our main website page. You can see the banner along the top showing a good day for the coins. Lots of green there today. We have our main header here. Pretty soon we'll get these up and running, probably today or tomorrow. Go down, you can read a little bit of information about the DEX and whatnot. Some information about our Omni Flux, which is our V4 liquidity and how that works. And then we've got an introduction to our blog down here. We're updating this frequently. And then at the bottom in the footer you can see our social icons right here, so you can go to all our official social media accounts and you can switch between dark mode and light mode with the little toggle down at the bottom. So we're going to go back up to the top of the page and we will look at the main navigation here. So we have our swap page, we have our earn page, which is where you can create liquidity pools, look at the positions you have and create a new position. We have our veOMNI page, which is where you can do your Omni staking and you can do your veOMNI voting. We have a bridge page, which will allow you to bridge the Omni token to a different chain or a variety of other assets as well. We also, from this More tab, you can access our documents. You can go to our pre-sale page, which our pre-sale was finished on July 25th, but for anyone that still may be looking to claim their tokens they purchased through the pre-sale, that page will be there for a longer till everyone's fully claimed. And then of course you can go into our blog section. So those are our main navigation tabs. Over here on the right side of the screen, you can switch your language between the language we support. And for right now, it will do the main thing. So if we were to switch, this is in English now, if we were to switch over to Dutch, you would see the language here switch over. So now we also have our settings here. You can, again, we have that toggle for the light mode or the dark mode. You can set your slippage tolerance, whether you want to just leave it at auto or select a certain percentage that you like. You can also set a time limit for transactions to be completed. And we also have little tool tips you'll be able to use if you see the little question mark below. We also have an interface setting which will allow you to go into expert mode. I'm not going to do that in this video, but if you make any changes in this window, make sure that you save them. Moving over, you can see our chain selector. Right now I would suggest most people use the DEX on base to begin with. That will give you all the features unlocked, like the veOMNI voting and whatnot that needs to take place on base chain. If you want to make liquidity and on one of these other chains, the site will prompt you to switch over to that chain at the time that needs to be. So you can see Omni Exchange is currently live on 6 chains. We have the 7th one coming very, very shortly, and then I think another one right after that as well. So this is going to keep expanding. More pool options. It's going to be a great thing. Last button over here in the top right is going to be our wallet. We can disconnect our wallet if we like, get a balance overview, look at the transactions we've made on Omni Exchange, or look at the assets in our wallet that are supported by the DEX. So that's pretty much everything from the top navigation. Let's go over to the earn page. This is where we can look at all the pools available. You can do a network selection right here where you can look at all of them, or you could look at base only if you wanted, or you could look at Avalanche, either one, or even just select just a variety of chains you might feel comfortable working on. So a lot of options there. Next here you can sort by the tokens you want to see. These are whitelisted tokens on the DEX. You can see the pools that have these tokens in them if you wanted to do that. You could search by all available pools, Flux pools, which is our version of V4. V3 pools only, or even some V2 pools as well. And again, you could filter this down to just certain networks like Optimism or BNB if you wanted. You can click over here on the My Positions, and this will show you the positions that you have open. If you don't see your pool, make sure that you're showing all networks. Or you could just choose more selections, are the ones that are being incentivized, and a few more settings and available options from the My Positions page. If you wanted to open up a new position and add liquidity, you've got a button right here that would allow you to quickly access that screen. We do have the breadcrumb navigation at the top that happens on the inner pages. You can always click back and be returned to the main window you were working with. So that's the liquidity pool page. The veOMNI page, again, if this isn't populating for you, make sure you're on base. If you're new to Omni staking and would like to read more, you can link over to our documents. I do have our documents page open here, so I switched over to our Omni documents page. You can see an easy layout, headings, subheadings, all that type of thing. You can very easily access the information you're looking for and then go right back to our app if you wanted. Switching back to the main Omni Exchange page here, we'll go over some of the features on this page. This is where we lock our Omni tokens to be getting our veOMNI. So you can see that in my wallet I'm showing a balance of 130 tokens. I could use 25%, 75%, 50% of that total. That's what these are showing you, these buttons. And then we have our duration period over here. We can do it from as little as 1 week up to maximum lock, which will almost be a 1-for-1 at 4 years. Now you'll see if I use 20% of my balance, my amount, if I'm locking for 1 week, is only a 0.1 of a veOMNI. If I go up to 4 years, that's where it becomes 99%. So keep that in mind. You can, if we were to choose a week and we've wrapped 32 Omni tokens, but we're only getting 0.1 veOMNI. Once this time limit has expired, we've reached our full lock duration. When we convert our veOMNI back, we will be getting 32.5. Not a partial amount or any type of conversion. It will revert back to the amount we originally locked or staked. From there, we get a rough estimate of what our APR will be. This is probably going to vary quite a bit leading up to August 14th when the first rewards go live. So pay attention to that. Obviously, the longer you decide to lock your Omni for, the higher the APR is going to be. But like I said, these are going to vary. This gives us the amount that we're choosing to lock, which goes back to this number. The factor, which is the duration of conversion of Omni to veOMNI. Then the duration, which will be the time frame, 208 weeks, and then the date that it will actually lock on. And we can do that by simply pressing lock, and we'll go through the sequence of getting those locked and turned into veOMNI. Down below, we have the benefits of veOMNI. This will allow us to do our voting and see the active gauges. You can see that right now I don't have any veOMNI because I haven't locked it yet. We're going to do that in the next video. What our current epoch is and when is that snapshot taken. So the snapshot currently of the time of me making this video is 6 days from now, and the voting will end in 5 days. The amount of Omni rewards that will be going out and the speed in which that Omni is created, and then the total votes we have of veOMNI holders. So right now this is a little over 20,000. Down below you can see the gauges that you can vote for. Right now WETH, Wrapped Ethereum, and Omni is leading by a very large margin, almost 96% of the overall vote. And if I did have veOMNI in my wallet, I would be able to do my voting here. You can expand the list and you can see all the gauges on a variety of chains. You do have to vote on base, even though these are BNB and Sonic and Avalanche and Arbitrum. You still need to be on base to make that vote. This will tell you all the information based on the votes that you just did. So really cool. Now let's say that I don't have any Omni token, but I want to lock. You can see down here in the bottom left hand corner we have a little toggle, which is our Omni logo. You could quickly make this conversion, take some Ethereum, take some USDC if you want, and buy that Omni right away, and then come back, refresh this, and be able to go ahead and do your lock, and you don't have to leave the inner pages. So you'll notice this little toggle on all the inner pages. Very helpful feature when voting or creating liquidity especially. So that's a new feature for us, and we think that really helps with the convenience. Let's look at the bridge page here. This is where we can move our Omni from one chain to another. In this case, by default, it's showing you moving from base to Arbitrum. Now this is a one-to-one. There's no fees. There's nothing. If you transfer 100 on base to Arbitrum, you'll be receiving 100 as well. You can also add Omni token to your MetaMask wallet, or copy the Omni contract address just with these little buttons right here. Again, showing me my balance, asking me how much of this I want to bridge, then I would approve and be able to send it. You do have the option to bridge other assets as well. In this case, by default, it's showing us assets going from Optimism to Arbitrum, and we can select which of those assets we want to bridge from this lower thing. So I just don't have that asset, that's why it's saying that. Then if so, it will give us a variety of sometimes fastest or cheapest options to choose from. Right now it's showing us dbridge would be the option to do this, and we could go ahead and be able to bridge out those assets. Going back up to our main navigation here, we can see from this See More button that we have our documents. I showed those previously. Our pre-sale page, which most people won't be accessing anymore, they've already claimed. And then of course we can go over to our blog here, and like I said, we've got some feature ones, some Omni selections from the different categories if you would like to focus on DeFi or the featured or market news. Pretty comprehensive blog, and we're working to build this out all the time and continue to give more information on the DEX and how to use it, and features get added, and pools and partners and all that good stuff. So that's it for this video. I hope you took something away from the walkthrough and learning about our new product, our pinnacle of all our experience, and we're really proud of it, and we hope you get on here and use it and enjoy it. So that's it for this one, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye now, everyone.